Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Professor Bauer. Welcome to ICT 4005, ICT Technical Foundations. Week number 2. You survived week 1, and we're getting into it now. Knowledge management. And if you don't know what that is, it may look a little strange. How does the company manage its knowledge? Now, we got a lot of smart people here. What happens when COVID happens and not all of them come back? What happens when someone retires? What happens when someone takes a better job? And all of that, what is called tacit knowledge, stuff upstairs, processes that that particular person or the leaders of that department who go somewhere else after a new CEO comes on board. All of that information may not exist in any tangible, explicit is the term format. So making tacit, in other words, what's assumed or what's not written down, how to manage tacit and make it more explicit, structure it, and then be able to access it in a variety of different formats. One of the main aspects for knowledge management, as we have more and more knowledge workers, a company's skills, IP, etc., is part of that knowledge management. So we'll look at how week 1 went, overview of week 2, the assignments, and just another plug for the Zoom room optional meeting on Thursdays. Week 1, I thought the discussions were engaging. They weren't sort of Me Too kind of things. You guys really were talking to you as every first week goes. Everyone was alert, refreshed, and ready. The goal is to keep it up and not, if you're scrambling to do this over the weekend, you're not allocating your time well. If you're already starting to put things down, as I saw already today, you're on top of things. So keep it up. Good stuff. And but in terms of the assignments, this week you start playing. You've been playing with the house chips last week, but now you're playing with your own money. So we'll talk about the main assignment. If you are in any way struggling or a little unsure of what to do for this assignment coming up this weekend, go to the Zoom room. I will walk through step by step what you need to do in order to get an A on that assignment, and we'll walk through it. So week 2, knowledge management. You've got reading assignments. There are links to some corporate knowledge management systems, KM they call it. Knowledge management is not LMS, learning management systems, but learning management systems may be a sub-part of an overall knowledge management schema for an organization. So there's links to various external resources. There are a couple of articles from Harvard Business Review. There's a link there on how to access them. But as you're reading this, it's not a formal part of the assignment, but you should be asking, hey, what's my company doing? How do I know what I have to know in a new job or a new role, or what's committed? More than 3 or 4 old moldy PowerPoints, what do we have that's made explicit? What kind of training for new positions or responsibilities? Are there any certifications or things that would help my job prospects improve in this company or get a job in another one? You need to take care, this is my sermon for the day, you need to take care of your learning and your tools and sharpen the tools in your toolbox. Nobody else cares. And they may talk about it, and HR may say, oh, we value da-da-da-da-da-da. But if you don't do it, unless you're a federally regulated entity and you have to do it, no one cares. And unfortunately, without those skills, your head may be the first to go when the layoffs come, or when the opportunities pass you by. So, just like we said, like the dentist always says, brush those teeth you want to keep. Work on your skills. They've got to last you a lifetime. So there's a knowledge management reflection on week number 2. You're supposed to write a substantive, it's only 250 to 350 words, so it's not, again, it's not 10 pages, okay? It's, a couple pages at the most, not including a cover and any references that you cite. You should cite sources. How does this topic relate to your aspirations in your career? And so this is the question that I asked you to think about as you're doing the reading. Write it down. What are some things? Hey, we got a great knowledge management. I really haven't spent much time with them, and I need to make a note to talk to one of the managers there, just see what's going on. How much of is the tacit knowledge in my department being turned into explicit information that can be leveraged by the organization in case somebody moves on, the average turnover, all that kind of stuff. Remember, university, college, formatting and style requirements. Finally, the rubric is your friend. And so this is 100 points. The assignments get bigger as we go on. But let's nail this one. You should be able to look at content, clarity, grammar, references, etc., and get over to the left where the superior grades are given. So that way you can understand why you got an A or why you didn't. The rubric is your friend and your guide. One of the things I tell my students is before you turn the paper in, sleep on it. Let sleep on it and then read the rubric and read it one more time. Just to make sure that you got everything. Check references, check bibliography, check formatting, check. I meet the full requirements of this particular aspect of content. I answer all the questions, not just the first one. So keep all those things in mind. Again, if you want to walk through that, we'll do that in the Zoom room on Thursday night at 6:30. Seems to be a good time. And finally, you're off to a good start in week 1. Keep it up. Have a great week. We'll talk to you soon. See you online sooner. Bye-bye now.